Alongside Katie Windham, I'm Austin Hannon, and then this is Bama Central's Just a Minute. Katie, Will Reichard, for the first time all season and the first time since the Tennessee game last season, missed not one, but two field goals, moving his season total to 15 for 17. He still is perfect on extra points. Now that we're getting towards the end of the year here, Alabama obviously is going to start playing some pretty big games. I'm already thinking about the game in Jordan-Hare Stadium in a few weeks. Obviously, there's probably going to be an SEC championship down the line, maybe more. Is there any concern with Will Reichard's kicking ability, or maybe the mental capacity of what a college kicker has at this point in the season, where now that he's missed two, it could continue to carry on?
I don't really think so. I don't think there's any concern in his ability. I think he's shown that over the last 4 years, and also his mental capacity as a kicker. Because we have seen, obviously, especially at Alabama, there have been times where kickers struggle mentally, but I don't think that's him. I'm sure he's frustrated. We don't get to talk to him very much in the media, but I'm sure he was frustrated, especially after missing that second kick on Saturday. But, I kind of saw some Alabama fans joking on Twitter about, two missed kicks. Alabama might really be back. That was the way Alabama used to be a lot under Saban. Now, obviously, it's not something you want to continue moving forward. Mm-hmm. You mentioned Jordan-Hare in a couple weeks. Alabama has obviously had some nightmare kicking scenarios in the Iron Bowl, especially in Auburn. But I think also this team is starting to. We've seen some good things on offense and defense the last couple weeks that you would think or hope from their perspective that they're not going to have to kick as many field goals, or that they're getting closer inside the red zone where maybe they're shorter field goals. But if I were an Alabama fan, I would not be too concerned about Will Reichard. He's shown year after year why he's one of the best in the country at his position, and Saban has full confidence in him. And I think the team does too. And I think if anything, probably him missing those two kicks is probably just going to lock him in even more for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It's kind of like when people talked about, teams that are undefeated, and is it better for them to sustain a loss so that they don't think about being undefeated and they just play? Maybe that's the case for Will Reichard. He's past the 100% mark and won't get to achieve that. So maybe that'll just be out of his head and he won't think about it anymore. He'll have a good chance, obviously, to hit some field goals this weekend in Lexington, maybe get some confidence back. Obviously, Alabama will play Chattanooga next weekend, another opportunity for him to put some through the upright. So we'll see. I don't think that it's too big of a thing, but obviously something to question just for fun here on a Jam Thursday edition. Katie, myself, will be in Lexington this weekend covering Alabama football at Kentucky. So make sure you stick with us all weekend for coverage there, and we'll talk to you next week on Just a Minute. Thanks so much for watching.